How's it going, guys? So today I'm going to give you loads of work to do over the weekend, and it's all easy work really. It's sets. It's not that difficult. So we're going to be looking at. I'm going to do question 2. So it was from your homework yesterday, and then new stuff will be question 7 and question 9. And because I've answered those two, your homework for today will be question 4, question 5, question 6, and question 8. So you guys are going to do 4, 5, 6, and 8, and I will go through 7 and 9 now, and I will also go through 2, which you had for homework yesterday. Okay, and all this is on page 56. My apologies. 56 and page 57. So let's get started on this. Let's do question 2 first of all. So question 2, this is what you had yesterday. So let's go through it, make sure you got the correct answers or that your thoughts were correct. So let's draw it out. You probably didn't need to draw it out, but I will so I can talk about it. So we've U, we've P, we've Q, and there's 10 people in here. There are 2 people in here. There's 11 people in there. Okay, 30 people were asked which of the television programs P and Q they watch. Some of the information obtained is represented in the Venn diagram shown. How many pupils watched program P? So program P is everything in this circle here. So the answer to part 1 is going to be 12. How many pupils watched program Q only? So Q only is this zone in here. So we're not including these 2. Because if we include these 2, that means that they watched both P and Q. But we only want them to have watched Q. So we don't include those 2. So our answer to part 2 is 11. How many pupils watched both programs? Well, that's going to be 2. Because 2 people are in the intersection. How many watched neither? So that word neither, that means didn't watch either of the 2. Did not watch either of the 2. Now, we know that in here there are 30 people. It says so in the question. So if there's 10 here, 2 there, and 11 there, that's 23 people in total. That means there's 7 people going to be out here. There's 7 people who are missing. So there's 7 people who didn't watch P or Q. Happy with that? Okay, so that was the homework from last night. Okay, so let's move on to new stuff. So you should be able to just think about this sort of stuff and get the correct answer. Okay, it's not particularly difficult. Now, if we take a look at question, what did I say? I'd do question. What's my plan? I'm going to do question 7. So let's take a look at question 7 next. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know what that sounded like on the microphone, but sorry about that. I just sneezed there. Sorry about that. Okay. Copy the Venn diagram and fill in. Okay, so let's copy the Venn diagram anyway. And we have A and we have B. And we have our universal set here. Now, this symbol here, that means cardinal U. That means that it's the size of U. So the number of people, or the number of things, the number of elements in the universal set is 42. That's a fact. Now, the size of A, or cardinal A, equals 21. That means in this red circle, there are 21. So I'm going to put 21 up there just to keep that in mind. The size of B, similarly, is equal to 18. That means that in this blue circle, there are 18. Now, the problem is that there could be some people who are in this zone in here, in the green zone. So we need to work out how many people are in that green zone. And I think we're told that next, is it? The size of A intersection B is equal to 6. So we're told that piece of information. So we now know that there's 6 people in there. If there's 6 people in the green zone, that means out here in the yellow zone, there's going to be 21 minus 6, which is 15. Similarly, there's going to be 12 out here because it's 18 minus 6. Now, that then means that inside the circles, there are 33 people. So inside the circles, there are 33. Maybe not people, but there's certainly 33 elements. And because there's 42 people, or there's 42 elements in total inside the rectangle, that suggests that the number of people who are out here, who are not part of the circles, must be 9. So there's 33 in the circles, and there's 42 in total. Therefore, there must be 9 outside the circles, because 42 minus 33, hopefully, is 9. It'd be very embarrassing for a maths teacher to get that wrong on YouTube. Okay, we're okay with that? So that's question 7. Oh, sorry, it's not. That's just the first part of question 7. We're now asked to write down the size of A union B. So the size of A union B, oh, that's 33. We already worked that out. That means the size of everything that's inside B. That's the size of everything that's inside A and B joined together. So everything that's in the circles is 33. The size of B complement. So B complement is everything that's not in B. So everything that's not in B is this 9 and this 15. So everything that's not in B is 24. So B complement is everything that is not inside B. So if you are outside the blue circle, we're going to count you in this. And then the size of A union B complement. So that's everything that's not in A union B. So A union B is everything that's inside the circles. So it's basically everything that's outside the circles. So that's just 9. So that's question 7 done. So you guys, by the logic that they get harder and harder and harder, if you understand question 7, you should be able to give 4, 5, and 6 a fair go. Right? Now, let's skip question 8. So I leave question 8 as an exercise for you guys. And let's jump on to question 9. Right, in the given Venn diagram, U, the students in class 2L, H are the students in 2L who study home economics, and G is the students in 2L who study German. Okay, so it's kind of a word version of the question we've just done. U, H, and G. H stands for home ec and G stands for German. Now, so 20 students study home economics. So there's 20 students in there. 12 study German, so there's 12 out there. 8 study both of these subjects. So that means in this area in here, there are 8 students. 9 study neither. That means there's 9 outside here. Okay, now if there's 8 in the middle or in the intersection and there's 20 who study home economics, that means there must be 12 who study home economics only. And something must be 4 who study German only. And we know the size of the universal set is 20. So if we add up 12, we know the size of the, oh, we don't know that yet, sorry, I jumped the gun, I think, there. Okay, we don't know the size of the class yet. Right. How many students are there in the class? That's question 1. So question 1 is basically how many students are in the class? So it's 12 plus 8 plus 4 plus 9, which is equal to 33, I think. Part 2. And now we can fill 33 into there. How many students study home economics but not German? So home economics but not German. So it's going to be the red zone. They study home economics but they don't study German. The reason we can't include the 8 is because they do study German. So the answer to that is going to equal 12. And the third thing we do is how many students study just one of these subjects? Just one. Okay, so we don't include the 9. The 9 are gone. The 12, yeah, those 12 guys there, they study one of the subjects. These 8, they study both, so they're gone. And the 4, they study one of the subjects. So the answer is 12 plus 4, which is equal to 16. So that's basically today's video. I'll put it up in a separate announcement as well on Teams that we will have a test next Wednesday. Now I need to find out how to do that online, how to actually give you guys a test, because it is important to make sure you are actually following along, that you're not just looking at videos passively, or that you are actually doing the work. So I'm going to give you a test on Wednesday coming. So that gives you an entire weekend to study for this test. And it's going to be on, I'll pick questions from page, I will write this in the Teams as well, from page 59 up as far as 61, the test yourself questions. And I will just pick 3 questions out of that and assign you. So I'll pick 1 question from the start, 1 question from the middle, and 1 question from the end. So if you want to start studying for that test, you're basically looking at the test yourself questions on page 59 onwards. Okay, so I will see you guys next week.